2, 1.
Hey y'all, and welcome to Crown Television. We're all about our crowns and never about them clowns. I'm your host, Terry J, and tonight we're going to discuss Joseline's Cabaret, Season 2, Episode 5. So before we get into what's going on with the episode, I want to talk a few things Joseline's Cabaret. First thing I want to talk about is blue face, ratchet face, donkey face Barbie. Like I told y'all, I don't mind going and checking out your background. If you say you got some porn in your background, I gotta make sure you legit. So this video circling around, just one that I saw, circling around a blue face Barbie on Pornhub. And the whole video, the whole porn episode, she was just yelling, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, oh daddy, come in my mouth, daddy, come in my face, daddy." Like the whole daddy thing, if somebody needs to call you daddy while you're sexing, it's kind of pedophilia for me. I'm not with it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see ass and dick flopping everywhere and somebody just keeps yelling daddy. Not for me. One for me. Number two, I did neglect to put up a cast member's picture last week. I forgot Lexi Blow's picture, and for what it was, I didn't realize I did it, but I now realize she does need to be shown. She's a great character for the show. She's very pretty, and somehow or another, she is actually showing up and showing a lot of leadership qualities. So I felt like that I needed to make up for that and make sure that her picture was included as well. All right, let's jump to the shit. So episode 5 started with the recap of what happened with Aqua and Big Flex fighting in the beginning. And it started when Aqua's wig had fell off and she was rude to production and she wanted to go home, and Joseline got upset with her. She started coughing. Joseline felt disrespected. Big Lex came up and walked this bitch like a dog so Joseline wouldn't have to. So they break the fight up, and Aqua's in the back trying to be contained, and she shows the nail, like her whole nail bed had popped off, her wig was off, like she was bleeding, like it was all the evidence that a fight had ensued. So she is not satisfied with the results. She runs back out of the little room they had her contained in and runs back out to Big Lex, and she runs out with this Mortal Kombat straight kick towards Big Lex, and Big Lex is just standing there like this, like waiting for her to finish kicking, like, oh. Like, you know, she took a nap, but finally Aqua came down from her kick and they started fighting again. And they were tussling and they pulled them apart, and Aqua was like, "That's why I pulled your wig off." And Joseline chimes in, was like, "It ain't nothing but a motherfucking wig. It ain't nothing but a wig. You ain't do shit. You ain't do shit here." So it just seems to me that Joseline was revering in the fact that Big Lex was taking her side. Big Lex followed suit, you know, puppy see, puppy do. And so she got these hoes in line. Good job, Joseline. You can sick them on anybody now. Producers are asking Aqua when she goes back in the room, like, "Do you want to go back out there and talk? You want to go back out there and talk?" And that girl did the same thing I would have done. Like, "Fuck no, nigga, get my shit. I don't want to talk no more. Y'all want me to go back out there to get my ass kicked? No. Let me the fuck up out." They keep going back and forth. Aqua's in this little room. I'd have lost my mind because you can't contain me in a room and have 12 bitches yelling back at me. She started throwing things. Everybody was like, "You better not hit me." Like, everybody was getting amped. Like, it would have been a very agile environment for me. And for somebody that's contemplating suicide and homeless and just had abortion, I can imagine, you know, how she kept her sanity. Like, that must have been really hard. Anyway, Joseline wants to ask Big Lex, you know, "Why you jump on that bitch?" And Big Lex was like, "I didn't like the way that she was disrespecting you. So I had to let her know what time it was." And Joseline was proud. You know, because that's what you're supposed to do. go out and wreak havoc, fight each other, throw dirt in each other's name, break each other's nails, rip each other's hair off, all in the name of Joseline Hernandez, baby. So charm school is going quite well. Even though they didn't learn a routine, the girls learned a first-class lesson in how to walk a bitch like a dog. The next scene, Aqua got her wig on. She's walking to the car to take her to the airport, I guess, to go home or wherever she lives. And she's leaving, and she's like, I'm ready to go cook me some ribs. And I'm just thinking, how does a homeless person go cook ribs? Like, how do you pull that off? I am so intrigued. I wish I would have followed her because I want to see how she's going to do that. So then the next scene, the girls get home, and Big Lex goes to her room, and in her bed is ketchup squirted, it's Cheetos, it's lotion, it's probably all types of masturbation juice. It's all shit all over the bed because I feel like Aqua had done lost it. Like I said, all the shit she was going through and then having to deal with that, she probably did lose it a little bit. And just when I didn't know for sure if the girl had gone ballistic or not, the project manager comes out of the closet crying. He's all of 250 pounds. And they're like, wait a minute, motherfucker. Are both of your eyes blacked? He had 2 black eyes. His clothes was torn. He was just shivering and withering and quivering and crying. And he was like, I tried to stop her. I couldn't stop her. She beat me up. I chased her in the woods. I fell down a hill. Why'd you do this? This big ass 250-pound man. I'm like, bitch. She did that to you, Big Lex. You supposed to be a pile of dust right now. Like, how is this even happening? But he let them know, hey, all jokes aside, before this bitch left, she said she about to put a voodoo spell on all y'all bitches. So get ready. And Big Lex was like, yeah, it is a chicken bone in my bed. I believe you, bet. Like, and she's like, bitch, it is a chicken bone in my bed. Like, I might be about to be out of here. Like, damn, I gotta rethink some of my actions. But she let them know, you know, until you do right by me, everything you even think about is gonna fail. The next day, Joseline tries to bring in some positive energy because everybody's scared, as they should be. You know, since Aqua went Azalea Banks on everybody, then Joseline felt like it's time to really sit down, get the ladies all together in a ponderosa, Jackie style, and let's talk about everybody's goals, dreams, ambitions while you're here. What kind of bridge do you want Joseline Cabaret to make for you in the rest of your life? Sapphire reveals that she is going to do an instruction type book for beginner hookers. So it's like a whole startup kit or something like that. The do's and don'ts of how to suck dick. Some shit like that. And the girls all talk about their goals. Yummy P talks about wanting to create a center for the homeless, even though her first client had already been there and gone. Aqua. Miss Natural and how she is in the porn industry. And Miss Natural reveals that some of the girls had already invited her to their boudoir, which I believe. And Joseline gonna be the next one, the way she was rubbing her areola and like, girl, what? Then Joseline was like, all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. It's been a little hard. Let me do the routine for you guys again. And this time you guys can record me so that you can learn the steps, which is how she should have tried to instruct it the first time, because it was a hot ass mess with the way she was like, do this, and do this. So what I believe is Joseline just kind of tired of the girls eliminating themselves. She like, damn, I ain't been able to eliminate a bitch yet. Here we are, all these episodes in, and it's only 8 bitches left, and I haven't been able to eliminate not a one. So I have to regroup and reroute how to come at them. And I commend her on figuring out, you need to get to know them, get to know their goals, talk to them, be their friend. Don't try to be the I'm up here, you're down here bitch, because that's going to make them not want to be around you. So kudos to Joseline for being more nurturing and more mothering to the girls and showing true leadership qualities. So once Joseline rehearsed for the girls and left them a tape to fend for themselves while she went to the studio, they rehearsed. They did good. Lucky Hustler was questioning some of Yummy P's move, and Yummy P was like, this bitch just mad because I'm a dancer. There's no way I'm doing it wrong. But anyway, the girls did a good job practicing. Joseline drops by the studio to bring Ballistic the up-to-date news of what's going on so far. She lets him know that the girls were getting out of line. 2 more girls have fought, and they still don't know the choreography. And he was like, babe, that's not how you say it. And she was like, oh, to be sure that's how you say it. Because I've been saying it the whole season and no one has corrected me. And I think he realized he had been high and drunk the whole time. He was like, oh, well, this is the first time I really heard you talk. I don't really hear you when you talk. I just be looking at your ass. But now that I have half a brain, I hear you saying choreography, and I want to let you know it's wrong. And she's like, what? The whole time it's been wrong? What the fuck? I've been saying it the whole time wrong? What the fuck?
You know, she don't speak English for me.
Yeah, she don't. The English isn't her first language, so that's why we just make light of it and laugh. We don't hold it against her at all. After the what the fuck, the next scene is Joseline. She has a special guest, and the special guest is Melissa, and Melissa is from Love and Hip Hop, and she was first really close with Mimi. For people that have been living under a rock, Mimi is the other baby mom to Stevie J, and Stevie J is Joseline's baby dad to her only child.
She op.
So Melissa would have been an op, but actually Melissa and Joseline got really close. And Melissa is hot and heavy on the Atlanta scene. She owns her own club. She puts events together. She's somebody you should know. She probably had more fun with Joseline than she did with Mimi. No offense, but it's never taken anyone that long to jump from Team Mimi to Team Joseline, because Joseline is probably a fun bitch. Melissa helps put together shows for her all the time. Joseline has some pretty ass pink sparkly pants on. I love the pants. Anyway, she wants Melissa to promote a show in Atlanta for the girls. Nothing big. Later on down the line, she wants her to promote the first Cabaret, but right now she just wants to do a quick meet and greet. And Melissa just lets Joseline know there may be a COVID restriction. Can't pack it out like I would pack it out, but I got you, girl. All you got to do for me in return is show me some of this ass that you got in this house, because I know it's ass in this house. I can smell it. Melissa is the type of stud that I like. She didn't change her name to Big M or Eminem or Big Mac. She just keeps it as Melissa. She speaks as herself. She doesn't really try to take on a butch type of persona. It makes her really cool because she has her own stud personality. So her and Joseline get along great. I like Melissa. Then the girls finally get a chance to get out of the house. Joseline's like, fuck it, we've been trapped in here this long. We ain't went out nowhere. Everybody fighting. Let's go to the club. So the girls go to the club. It's time to have some fun. So when they pull up to the club, Lexi Blow is like, look, let's conduct ourselves as we should. Because, you know, we're trying to represent something here. Everybody's like, yeah, bitch. And I gotta say, Lexi Blow is showing a lot of leadership qualities. She was taking notes, writing while Joseline was dancing, just in case they weren't able to record. And she letting the girls know when they pull up to the club that they should act right. And so I have to give props to Lexi Blow. She's been doing her damn thing. They pull up the Club Opium. And child, automatically I'm like, Club Opium? Like, bitch, I will not leave an open drink around nobody up here. That means all y'all got some tablets y'all can just, like, I don't know, I'm older now, like Club Opium, bitch. I'm just bringing a bottle in the club and I'm not drinking shit else. I'm not with that. Boss Tech is shining at the club. All the ladies seem to think that Boss Tech already thinks she's a star. She did mention that she's already big in Magic City and she's already being shared by a lot of celebrities with her body paint twerk. Lexi Blow starts whipping her ass out, her baby powder ass. Miss Natural wore a jogging suit, which I'm not really sure why, but she did mention that she didn't really want to go out no way because she didn't trust the ladies to behave. So yeah, they had a good time. They got lit at the club. They showed the next episode. The next episode is going to be the meet and greets. And Joseline will introduce the girls of Joseline's Cabaret at her premiere party of a video that she's going to be shooting. And it seems like in the next episode that Joseline gets ready to scold Lucky for not knowing the routine as good as Yummy P did, even though Lucky swore out Yummy P didn't know the routine earlier. So it's kind of like, Lucky, get your funky ass on the stage because you up first, in my Burning Back voice. And you should have known that as soon as Joseline picked you to be a captain, that she was going to expect you to know the routine better than anyone. But you don't. You haven't showed leadership qualities. Sapphire, Lexi Blow, even Yummy P have all been showing more leadership qualities than you. I am still going to bet that Lucky is not going to hold that title for long, but we'll see. Anyway, this was the bullshit. That was episode 5 of Joseline's Cabaret. And this was a great episode. Not a lot of fighting, but the girls trying to show their thirst and their hunger as to why they want to be in the cabaret. So next episode, I can't wait to see what happens. Everybody that leaves. When Aqua left, she was like, oh, you're gonna see me again. When Barbie left, she was like, oh, you're gonna see me again. How many nemesis are we gonna have, and who are they gonna bring back? And do you all think that Lucky Hustler will keep her title as team captain for much longer? I don't think so. Anyway, put your comments below. I want to see what you guys think. I want to see you guys, period. And I want you to see me. I'm Terry J. This is Crown Television. We're all about our crowns and never about them clowns. So the next episode comes out on next Sunday at 8 o'clock. Be sure to join me next week for another review. And as always, I will always miss you guys. And see you guys next time. Peace out.